Are you running on autopilot most of the day? Most of us are. In fact, Dr. Bruce Lipton estimates that 95% of the time, most of us are actually running on what's called autopilot. And when you're running on autopilot, it means that you're not present with what you're doing. It means that your subconscious brain has taken over and that the programs that are actually in your subconscious brain are controlling your behavior. Now, some of the habits you have may be very helpful. However, some of them may not. And if you have any degree of adrenal fatigue or stress or any illness really, then some of your habits probably need a bit of an upgrade. The last video that we looked at the exact type of habits that you need to overcome burnout or any disease really. This particular video is all about how do we actually create those habits? What tools can we use to help us create those habits? Because changing our habits is challenging. We can't just decide to do something and do it for a little while. Science has proven that it takes about 3 months of continued practice to create a new neural pathway in your brain, which is like a well-trodden path that's easier to walk on and becomes a habit because you're doing it all the time. So the two tools that I recommend and have found very successful, number one is habit linking, and number two is having a cue for the habit. So let's actually take the example of drinking water, because drinking water is an incredibly important habit. And most of us don't have that habit of drinking sufficient water. Most of us are dehydrated. Now just think about the disadvantages of being dehydrated or the side effects of being dehydrated. It's a stress to the body. It moves your body out of balance. It increases your stress hormones. It reduces the amount of toxins that can be eliminated, because it's one of the detox pathways is your urine and drinking sufficient clean filtered water to filter out all the toxins. Your blood is thicker, so it's delivering less oxygen to the tissues. All your tissues need oxygen to function and to gain energy. So it really is something that needs to be addressed, and it's a simple thing that you can do. It doesn't cost any money in terms of helping you to overcome any disease, is drink more water. Clean filtered water is important. So the two habits that we can use to achieve that, as I said before, is linking. So linking really means that you link one habit with another habit, like sort of piggyback on it. So what we're going to do is link drinking water with something that you already do, a habit you already have, which is you might drink tea or coffee through the day, or hot chocolate or herbal tea, or cold beverages. So whenever you have another drink, you're going to link it with a glass of water, which means you're going to match it. Or whenever you drink your hot beverage, whatever, you're going to immediately after have a glass of water. Now you can put some lemon juice in that water, or a little sprinkle of salt is actually very good because it's an electrolyte and will help to balance your electrolytes, increasing your energy if you have adrenal fatigue. So the next thing you need is actually a cue to remind you to actually have the glass of water, because it's all very well having the idea in your mind, oh yes, every time I have a hot drink or a cold drink, I'll have a drink of water. But unless you have a cue to remind you, a system or a cue, you may forget. So the cue could be, there's several with this one. In the morning, you can make up a large jug of water and put some fresh lemon juice in it and sit it on the table so that you see it every time you walk into the kitchen. That's what I do. I find that very effective. And I've recommended that to other people as well. Another thing could be you fill up a lovely, beautiful drinking bottle with some fresh water, a squeeze of lemon juice, and leave that near the kettle so that every time you make a hot beverage, your water bottle is there to remind you that, hey, I can have my hot beverage, but I've got to drink my glass of water as well. Or you could have some post-it notes on the fridge or alarms on your phone, whatever works for you. But you need to have the linking and you need to have the signal. And you'll find with all your habits that you create, if you have a link, a habit linking, if you can link it to another habit and have a signal for it, you're more likely to adopt that behavior into your programming. Okay, because that's what our aim is, to change that programming which is currently not serving you. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you're new here, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you'd like further help, my latest book, 3 Months to Beat Burnout, on Amazon.com and on Amazon.com.au is doing very well, and it will really help you. Thank you.